At a young age, I grew up with video game consoles like Nintendo 64 and GameCube, but it wasn't until middle school when I first discovered PC gaming. I remember going to the computer lab at lunch with my friends to play this game called RuneScape. Then I found out about this TV channel called G4 TV, and an episode of Cheat introduced me to World of Warcraft. Once my raiding days began, I never really cared about any other games for a while. And if I took a break from WoW, I'd rather play games like Counter-Strike Source, Warcraft mods, or other MMOs like Warhammer Online. After investing so much money into a beefed up PC, I started to look down at console gaming. Any game I wanted would be a lot cheaper on the PC, and the graphics and FPS would be much better. I remember watching the Nintendo Switch trailer for the first time, and at 720p and most games running at a 30 FPS was a hard pass for me. I pulled a James Charles and just assumed it was gay. My friends got it and I constantly talked shit to them about it. I would tease them about the specs of the hardware and humiliate them for paying $60 for games. 6 months later, I found myself getting sick for the second time that year. You'd think a gamer loves getting sick, but when I get the flu, I can't even sit up at my desk to play games. I remember laying in my bed and thinking about, you know what, it kind of would be relaxing having those Joy-Cons to lay in certain positions and laying the screen up against my pillow. I told myself, since I finally have a little bit of money in my pocket for the first time in a while, if I get sick again, I guess I'll pick one up. 1 month later, I'm sick for the third time that year. So I called my friend up, asking him to take me to Best Buy because I was too sick to drive myself. When he found out why, he was so excited to tell me, "I fucking told you so." Now, I didn't buy any games with it because I was only interested in Rocket League at the time, and that didn't come out till the weekend. So I asked him if I can borrow a game in the meantime. I knew he never played Zelda, and since it didn't interest me that much either, I thought it would be the most reasonable game to take away from him for a week. Holy fucking shit. I have never been so wrong about a console and a game in my whole life. I'm gonna be honest here. World of Warcraft fucked me up. No other game has lived up to those standards. But Zelda Breath of the Wild was one of the funnest games I have played and easily fits in my top 5 of all time. To me, Nintendo games have always been like Marvel movies. They're 7 to 8s on a scale of 1 to 10, which means they're never bad, but they don't blow you away because they like to play it safe. Breath of the Wild was a dime. Hell, they turned it up to 11. I don't know how they made me feel so immersed on a 7-inch, 720p, and unstable FPS screen. If you're like me, and you thought this game probably wasn't bad, but there's no way it's Game of the Year like everybody's making it out to be, then you're wrong. Go get it and play it. Then Rocket League released a few days later and it was all over for me. I've never been so excited to take a shit in my life. And I started buying games for over $20 for the first time in forever. I was so spoiled with Steam sales and third-party sites like CD Keys that I would go on Craigslist and drive up to San Bernardino where I'd buy Switch games from some dude who I knew stole them, but I could get it for $30 instead of $60. And I love the portability of this console. LAN parties are my favorite thing to do with friends, and the Switch makes it so much easier and convenient. Having this amazing little console in my hands reminds me of the days when I used to play Game Boy Advance. I literally feel like a kid again, though it's not that hard when you look 16 and sound like you're 12. Now when Nintendo Directs are announced, I can't wait to wake up early in the morning in my Spider-Man onesie, pour me a bowl of Lucios, and watch the new games getting announced like it's Saturday morning cartoons. And I know I sound like I'm fanboying here, but I know Nintendo has its faults. Every step ahead, they're also a few steps back. Online and matchmaking is kind of hell right now, but I assure you they're not deal breakers. The Switch belongs in every gamer's hands because it's the perfect side console. I could never get tired of playing my PC, but every now and again it's nice to pick up my Switch, jump on my bed, and play a few rounds of Mario Kart. I hope anybody out there who is just as bitter and closed-minded as I was can see this video and have their minds changed about the Nintendo Switch. You won't be disappointed with this device. But how many of you have a Switch and what do you love most about it? What games do you plan on getting? And what games do you want to come to the Switch? With E3 right around the corner, I want Xbox to bring Rare games over and maybe if I'm lucky, some Halo. So let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are and don't forget to like this video. And if you like videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload to YouTube anywhere between once or twice a week. And right now, I am so professional, I have 8 whole subscribers. So if you subscribe today, you could be number 9.